Welcome to Morinj, Montenegro. I'm now driving to Herceg, Novi. This is very beautiful bay. I want to show it to you. It's absolutely fantastic, and it can be in the European Union in 2024. And actually, it was in Austrian Empire until the end of it. Yeah, this was Austrian, and now Austria is not supporting Montenegro in the EU. That's not logical anymore. So here, that's really very beautiful. It was before Venetian, by the way. Venice, Austria, quite European countries, also Yugoslavia, was not the Soviet Union. So I really lack the understanding and the idea why we are not supporting Montenegro in the EU 2024. It's not so expensive. It is a very beautiful country. We have then 28 new member states again, and of course we should also do that for Albania and North Macedonia. But I can understand if some say that we need a bit more time, whenever in reality it's not justified. But for Montenegro, I don't know what kind of time additionally we need, because this country is so something from ready, like you cannot find a second one. Here we are driving carefully and podcasting a bit to show you the beauty of this place and also make the case for fast-track enlargement. You can always wait another decade, and you can hope that there will be less buildings, more infrastructure, more institutions. But everything goes, of course, much faster inside the European Union, because there you have a clear regulatory alignment, you have enforcement, you have more money, you have more market security, more power, more competition. Everything is better inside for small countries on the periphery, which want to develop and to have a communist legacy. And this is the case here, and it's absolutely better to be inside the European Union than outside. Outside it's extremely lonely, and then you have also other actors who think they might have still a chance to do some mess, like the Russians and maybe also others. Not really, the Chinese are not a big danger here, or not they built one highway and gave a loan. They indebted this country. Anyhow, we have to take that and pay it ourselves. So there is obviously a significant role for Russia. That's a problem. They are very active. So Russia is the danger here, because there is also a certain segment of the population which has a positive flair towards Russia. That's also that's a fact. And we cannot neglect, and that's of course the Russians know that. They have a historic role in Montenegro, they have this segment of the public opinion, and then they can easily play with that one. Obviously Russia today is very different than the Russia of whatever the Tsars. But this is sentimental segments of the pro-Russian population, and then of course you need to fight it with hard facts. That means showing the war crimes of Russia in Ukraine now, also commemorating the war crimes of Russia in all the wars since 2014 in Georgia. This needs to be explained. It's the only way to reduce the popularity of Russia in that segment of the society in Montenegro. Yes, I have made now this short stop to show you this beautiful military camp where the Croatians were tortured, and where now the Croatian minister was here together with the Montenegrin defense minister. It's, to my best knowledge, it's not open. It's guarded inside the military camp. I call for such places to be open to the public and to be like a Mauthausen Memorial Center, and that's very, very good. And I have made the case now, and I'm very happy I found that camp, because I lived 16 years here in the summer and I never went, so my shame. And now I made the effort. It's actually easy to find, and it is a nice place, and it will be a wonderful memorial center. I made that case already. Now I'm driving behind this bus on the road to Croatia. That's basically the Croatia road, and we are here on this beautiful moment. And I like it. That's the village where the ferry is. Of course, I repeat, don't build a bridge, old Tuchman bridge here or something like this, like in Croatia. You know, just electrify the ferries, and that's very good. And you have to, I have written many articles about that one, you have to have higher tolling fees, and you have to soften the blow of the higher costs for the residents with a Boca transit card, travel card, as we do it in the ski areas with the gondolas. I've explained that concept here. Of course, you know, this one building must be absolutely removed in order to have everything a bit more reasonable managed in this beautiful place. I also written about it, but seemingly nobody reads my things or nobody acts on them, what I can do. Now I will tell it on videos. That's the new technology. I love it. It's very beautiful. That's one of the most iconic buildings here, this small fisher hut in stone. It's, of course, the location is not perfect here on the ferry, but I call to electrify the ferry. I don't know if that's feasible and how expensive that is, but I'm sure there is a way for ferries to be electrified, and then the environmental pollution and the noise is, of course, much reduced. And yes, let's invest. They have a kind of monopoly. That's another issue. There should be also some competition. Let's have a ferry from Herceg, Novi, but before and towards Tivat, and this kind of things would be very, very good. Yes, it's very beautiful. I think it's amazing. I will spend the day in Herceg Novi. I have done some good things already in the morning. Now I will discuss a bit and coordinate with my friends in Herceg Novi, and I will show you the beauty of that bay. There is two major projects here which are important, actually three, but there are several of them. Here is Porto Montenegro, the biggest one. That's the big, now owned by the Arabs, or Saudi Arabia, I think, ultimately. There is then here this beautiful Biela, that's the dockyards, that's basically the ship repair industry. That's also under redevelopment. And then it's Porto Novi, this Azeri project from Azerbaijan, one and only, also now finished. And then on the other side of that Lustiger Peninsula is a very beautiful project called Lustiger Bay by Orascom Development. That's the four big things which really all matter very much institutionally. And then there are hundreds, I say hundreds, but it's maybe exaggerated 100, but there's a lot of really big hotels now, like this one is very big and very good. Yeah, it was a complete ruin, and they have renovated it now to top standards. It's really very nice. And then you have also hundreds of houses, thousands of houses and apartment blocks, and so the whole area is developing. And when you see the Flora Bay still in the beginning, the Boca Bay is definitely something to watch. Flora Bay can be similar like this, and it will be, and it will also, this bay will have a much improved future. Imagine when all these buildings are on and they are, you know, one and only, and you know, there's really big things, and maybe some of the remaining great opportunities in Lustiger Bay. There is some talk about big projects, and also in the Morinj Bay with this Risan harbor, and that can be very nice. Yeah? And also the Lipzi ferry terminal can be converted. So there is huge potential for transformation still in that place, and I'm confident that this will be possible. And I'm optimistic there will be amazing transformation of these places in the coming weeks and months. And this is Biela. Biela is like Linz, a commercial industrial hub, and here is the tradition they have. This is this big huge dockyards, and they will be now revitalized. This is also a very new building. You know, things are really transforming even Biela, which was traditionally very poor. And even here they are, that's also nice, and everywhere it's getting impressively nice and beautiful. The infrastructure is still an issue, obviously. The coastal road, I was here very much promoting a upper magistrale. That means such a road but on 200 meters level, sea level, and that I hope will also be the future of that beautiful region. And this 200 sea level road up here basically shall then connect to the Trebinje road, to the Herceg Novi road. There needs to be a second new opening here to work to connect to Herceg Novi, a new second border crossing to Croatia. That would be fantastic. We have one to Trebinje, one to Dubrovnik, but it needs a second one to Trebinje on this upper road. Wow, also that's a big hotel in the making. Wow. They really know how to build hotels here. It's very big and it's very good. I'm happy that I can show it to you. Yeah, that's the road. I love this road. It's my road I've traveled hundreds if not thousands of times during my time here, when I had the honor I started in 2006. That was when I was 38 already. I was very lucky to have this life, and then we got the children in Vienna, but we raised them partly here in the summer, and then a lot of off time during projects. That was really fantastic. And so now I'm less here, unfortunately, but obviously it's also much more busy time, and I just want to show you this time. Now I'm 54, that means 16 years later I discover also the beauty of a public activity back in Austria, and I will do my best to move Austria towards NATO, and also then to support Flora. That I think will be my next mission, to support the tourism in Flora. It's a bit far from the airport, but maybe they will have an airport soon, and there will be great opportunities in Flora ahead of us. And I will think that this is the next big thing in the Adriatic tourism, and it will be also transformational. So remember, you learned about Kota, now you will learn about Flora. Yeah, but this is, of course, it remains the nicest bay in the Eastern Adriatic, and it's very beautiful, and it is very nice. Yeah? And here we go again into this beautiful bay, and I love it very much. Here we are on that beautiful morning on the way to Herceg Novi, an amazing and beautiful town, and I love it very much. And we are here on this beautiful day. Yeah, this is a bit the driving impression. Now we are coming to Bausici. It's another of these coastal villages. Over there is the marine base of the Yugoslavia for submarines. That's easy to visit, and it's a wonderful way to visit the bay with some boats. We had my birthday, it was the 50th birthday. Yeah, it was in 2018, before the pandemic. Yeah. Pandemic changed a lot, yeah, but still it's very beautiful here, and I'm optimistic, and I like it. Now I will spend some time in Herceg Novi and give you still some driving impression. You know, when you ever come here, you prepare yourself for these journeys. It might be useful to see how everything is here. I will walk and talk a bit through this beautiful place. Obviously now people getting rich have big cars, and you know, when you fundamentally do everything right, you know, that means you create security via NATO membership. This is so important for investment, I cannot say, because then the capital comes, the domestic capital, everybody is secure. You have big investments here. This is this big marina. I will show it on the way back. But you can really change things, yeah. You can. This is Porto Novi, and it's a luxury place, very expensive now. And this is how things are here. And yeah, this is of course very good, yeah. You need some money for that one now. it's not my cup of tea. I love more the rougher form and less this kind of exclusive top style. But it's really true. They always said it 20 years ago that they want to have this future, and they like it, and it's possible. They managed to do it, and it's absolutely happening. Yeah, this is the road towards Herceg Novi. I will find out if I find a parking place. That's always a big issue in that town, but hopefully I'm lucky and I can do that. Yeah, my car is not making the very best impression. I hope it's okay. It's a bit smelly. Yeah, to have this cheap rental cars from Albania do not fulfill all the standards they should, I think. Yeah. But let's see how things are developing. Yeah, I made a lot of activities. The 2 days in Podgorica were good. You know, it needs a little bit more outreach activity, but I have done now in terms of videos and tweets what I could do. Intervening in the local elections against Basovic was, I think, the right thing to do. He must feel the pressure that moving to Russia is with a price. And I call for him to be excluded from the European Greens. Endorse the Podgorica mayor. I'm not sure I will endorse any guy here, but I'm ready for that. Let's see what will happen now in the coming hours here. I'm not really sure who is running here, but it's normally then the Democratic Front, which is here, and I will find out exactly what to do here. This is Zelenica. I was wanting to buy a coffee at a different time. I fancied the idea to buy a small coffee. It was for 60,000. I could be a very good coffee maker, but it turned out not to be my destiny to buy in this street a small coffee. 60,000. I liked it, but whatever. Different times. Yeah, this is one of the harbors here. That's the industrial harbor, the cement harbor, and that's also very important. Here now we have a bit of a traffic jam. That was very controversial. It's like an industrial harbor, but also that you need to bring the cement, you need to bring some construction materials. Herceg Novi will be very crowded on this Saturday, I guess. Yeah. I always outline, you have a lot of traffic here. This is the problem, because there is no other form of transport. Yeah? There is, of course, no railway. Imagine, it's always fascinating in Zelenica. Zelenica is, Zelenski, but Zelenica, I repeat, it's very good that this building over there, not that one, but the next one, in one moment I will show it and I will outline, was the train station. The Austrian Empire built, that's a long time ago, 140 years ago. We were in the technical and financial and political conditions to build a railway from Zelenica to Trebinje, and in Trebinje was the main railway. So that's quite meaningful, I think, because it's coming up here, and this is basically Yeah, this building here. This one, yeah. You know, this monumental thing, this was the railway station connecting to Vienna in 120 years ago, or even 140 years ago. I think it was around 1890 when it was finished, to Trebinje. The emperor himself went to Trebinje, that's in Bosnia. It was connected by rail, and then there was it was a small scale, like a Schmalrad, yeah. It was not a big one, but it was, you know, a railway. And it's now the pedestrian pedonale, the lungomare, the Shetterliste, the pedestrian road, walking pavement at the seaside. Imagine. They have taken out this very good infrastructure and removed it. Of course, you know, I agree, it's probably a good decision to take it out, but because it should be inland. But at that time, of course, you know, the seaside was much easier, much cheaper, much more accessible than to build something on the top. Actually, on the top, there is still Austrian-Hungarian roads connecting on the top the areas in the 200 meter level. That's also quite impressive. Very beautiful. That's the southern entry of Herceg Novi. That's me sneezing. It's October and I'm going with a short sleeve, driving by the open car, and it was intensive week now to travel Albania, Montenegro, but I wanted to do this free country tour to make it very clear that the free countries are united in NATO and can be in the EU in 2024 without no problems. That's the city cleaning area, the waste management, the transfer station. And this is the back bypass road of Montenegro. That's the transfer station. That's Novi, and the inhabitants, like they call it Novi, just not Novi, Herceg Novi, but just Novi. That's the cool thing to do. It was Austrian town, it was Venetian town, it was Turkish town, it was Yugoslavian town, it was Roman town. Now it's a very international place. A lot of internationals have brought here. Many of them decided to live here. And that's the good thing to do. Now Herceg Novi, and you see from the Turkish time they have this major monument, also castle, that's called, of course, Caniculi, and that's here basically, and then you see the castle and you see this beautiful peninsula. That's Prevlaka. That's the contented area where the sea border and the border, the demarcation is not completed with Croatia. On the other side of that one, it's already Croatia. Croatia is now very close, and Herceg Novi is just half an hour to drive. And please make a second border, because the border is an issue. There's a lack of, that's the autobus station. I showed you that a lot of times already. And here there is the autobus station. This time I will not go by bus because of some other meetings. I could have done that as well, but I have arranged it now like this. It's also when you want to do some influence in Austria, you have to be there. You cannot expect Austria to jump into NATO without anybody advocating it. And I have to be the trailblazer here, then to gradually win over those who are not discussing this or reject it. Some music. I have to be there to check out some of the telecom stuff. That's very important that I'm on time. Some children at the playground, and that's always a bit of a danger here. Everybody is walking on there's a petrol station, very good. This is the uphill area here. Here I can enter the town, and if I'm lucky, what kind of maneuvers they are doing here, but nothing happened. That's good. Road safety is still a big issue, but so many lives lost. So I stop here. I say thank you very much for your interest, and please discover Herceg Novi. Now that's the entry. I have to look for a parking now. Thank you. Bye.